Hey, how's everybody doing? Oh, game looks a little unusually dark here. Let's see. Come on, Timberborn. Do. It's running, I swear. Timberborn. Ah, there we go. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody can hear okay. There we go. Hopefully my voice isn't too weird at the moment. Tried to change some mic settings and it kind of blew everything up. So if my voice sounds unusual, I do apologize. That's what you get for trying to fix things around here. There you go. But hopefully everybody's had a good week, and hopefully everybody has a good week next week. We're back here. I don't hear the game sound. Do you guys hear the game sound? Okay, I hear it. It's just really low. All right, well, tell me if the sound is really low, and we'll work with that. But we're back, and we're going to be working in our Greedy Beavers colony here. Last time, we got started on all of these, but we also want to start down here, and I want to get this area started at least. Possibly taken care of tonight. We'll see. I got to lower this mountain and flatten this out and then start working on some vertical farms. And then I also want to get maybe some more zip lines and some more tunnels in here. So let's see. I'm definitely going to put in, I don't even know why that road is there. We're going to start with removing this road here because we don't need it. There we go. And then we're going to do, and when those go in, we'll make them all metal, but I'm not that worried about it at the moment. What was this? 2 big piles for dirt. Okay. So we're going to start also up here, and I'm going to move these all the way down. Where do I want to put these? How about there? We're going to lower the importance of all of this. They can get to that eventually. I'm just kind of tired of them working on it. So we'll see if they can get to all of that there. Same with this. We'll do these as well. They'll get to that when they get to that. But hopefully everybody's had a good week. Mine was chaotic at best. Ooh, let's get some nice bots in here. Trying to stay ahead of the game, but didn't always work out. I kind of broke my own sound for a bit, so that was interesting. Hopefully, when I get it back now, it will be a bit better. And hopefully we can get going back again on the recordings for the YouTube colony, but we'll see how that all goes. We'll work on something. Other than that, let's see. No tornadoes this week, which is a huge bonus, but I did have a huge rain come through earlier, and of course, foolish me was like, did I put the windows on my truck up? And I had to answer with, I have no idea. Did you put the windows on your truck up? So, of course, run out there in the rain, and yeah, the windows were up. So, ran out in the rain for no reason, really. But that's all right. I will live. It's just a little bit of water. Actually, it was a whole lot of water. We've had a couple of those rains lately. I don't know if you guys have ever had one of those where the raindrops are like fist size. They're huge, and it's almost painful to be out in the rain because it's just pummeling you. Oh, I was going to work on moving stuff around too, wasn't I? Let's speed this up a little bit so they can get some stuff done. And let's see. No reason to leave that pause, so we'll go there. Let's see. We've got some places that at least need some faster transit. We've got the nice zip line started, so maybe I'll put a couple of these up around a couple of places. Can I put you maybe here? Yeah, that'll work. Can I connect you to here? Yeah. What about, can we go all the way over to here? That might be a little far. Maybe down here at the bottom of the hill? There we go. Now can I connect in over here? No, is it too far? Huge dam looks like it's going well. Just need to close up the access point. Yeah. Well, we've got a little bit of industry up there too, so we'll have to find a place for that before we do too much closing. We'll do biofuel, and we'll do... In fact, I'm going to foolishly expand out my industry up here with 2 more of these. Just so it's, 1, easier to dig out, and 2, we're going to need the dirt anyway to build those vertical farms. And let's see, I need this moved over a couple of spaces so we can get another one in there. There we go. How you doing, Kudzen? Let's see. This... reach? Where can I... Okay, before we go there... and before I go... Build the other way, because I want them to actually get on here. If I faced it the other way, they'd be just fine. But no. That's just slightly too far for them. There's that, and I want to take these back out of there. See if that lets me connect in. Nope. Tired. Finally got the wife's birthday present for her birthday tomorrow, but we have plans today, so it'll be hard to do. Plans next week. It's always plans. There's always plans on plans on plans. Maybe I can move this. If I do this, you connect there and there if I put you this way. All right, well, looks like it's going there. And then we'll put those nice campfires back in here too. In fact, we'll give them 2 instead of just the 1. Yeah, time always... it's always a thing anymore. I always feel like, well, I would do that, but I don't have the time. Seems to be a common thing. There we go. Get some stuff in here. For them. And then, can you connect to here? Yep. Can you connect to here? Yep, you sure can. There we go. Make you bots. Make you bots. There we go. Going to Bison to make some plates for my sister's Christmas. Bison is famous pottery and metalworks area. Oh, that sounds fun. I don't know that we have anything like that around here. Birthday. You've got a bunch of birthdays in the area, it sounds like. We have a couple of those. Most of ours in our family are all like end of the year kind of birthdays. Let's see. I'm going to have to chop through here, I think. So let's get started on that. We have a lot of December birthdays in my family for some reason. I don't know. It's just the way it works sometimes. All the birthdays, all the time. Start filling this in. Go. Let's see. We'll fill into... Oh, how about there? There we go. That'll give them plenty to do. We'll get a dirt pile next door for them, too. Dirt coming in. Should probably make an out here. Let's see. Same thing. Power. You go out that way. There we go. That should be enough. But we've always had that in our family for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why that happens. I don't know. Everybody gets married at the same time, maybe? I don't know. Checking a couple of things on my setup here. There we go. We got a bad tide. I think last time we took care of the bad tide, so I'm not too worried about it. You better... Oh, that's a brave beaver. You see him run across that little explosion area while they were exploding. He's either very brave or very foolish. Probably both. Let's get to starting on the dynamite over here. There we go. Is the game sound really low? Maybe it's just my side. I don't know. Somebody let me know. Let's see. I'm not sure why these are still here. To be honest, let's empty those. If possible. They've got all this in. Oh, I forgot to set what these are. We'll get those. Hey, look at that. We've got more connections. That's what we wanted to see. Put one there. Yeah, I know it's just down the street, but it ought to be all right. Maybe here. Yep. Put one all the way over here. No. What about here? There works. There we go. We'll make ourselves I forgot where I was going with that. You ever start talking and then have no idea where to go with it? Yep, that was it right there. There we go. We've got beavers working everywhere. We're actually down on bots. Interesting. It's not something I normally see. Grilled spatterdock. There should be plenty of spatterdock in here. It's literally next door. I don't know why he's not getting it. Zoljan, what are you doing? There you go. Get some spatterdock made there, buddy. Add connection. You, to you, and then to you. We've got a good portion of our map covered at least by zip lines, not by the tubes yet. We got to work on that. But I want to get a little bit here first. But we could start building the tunnels, couldn't we? That's the important thing. Only hear it when you're not talking. Weird. Okay. Let's see. Maybe it's the sound in here. Settings. That seems normal. Oh, sound. Move that up just a bit. There we go. That seems a little better. Hopefully that'll do it. Okay, so it's this one they want. Hopefully that's a bit better. We want landscaping. We'll get all that in there. We'll let them work on that. They've almost got 2 height all the way around, but we're still waiting on this to come in. Yeah, it's not doing great. We need more stuff here. Do. There we go. Hopefully that'll do it. Maybe that's a little better. Okay, we've got... Is transport getting set up? Yeah, it's getting set up. That's what we wanted to see, right? Oh, on the dynamite here. I did download the like improved dynamite mod, but it's changed slightly, and instead of getting a bunch of choices of the size of the dynamite you want, it only like replaces one of the sizes, and then you can decide a maximum depth and set it for whatever depth you want, which sounds okay, but it uses the same amount of depth as the maximum. Whether you blow up 3 blocks or whether you blow up 20, it still uses the stuff for 20, which is kind of weird. So, we're just going to do this the old-fashioned way, even in a modded playthrough. Do. Need more maple syrup, but maple syrup is still growing, so we'll worry about that later. I did get this done. Did I get... Okay, I did get those across the top. There's the bad tide. Alright, closed. Close above contamination, 0%. You all close too? 'Cause I definitely see bad water here. Am I dreaming? Okay, I don't know how bad water seeped out of there, but okay. What about up here? Ah, seems alright. Okay. We're good there. We'll just go up the mountain just a bit. I think we're gonna go right about there. Seems good. Got a lot of dirt to bring in. let's get that done. So maybe they can walk from not quite as far. Either that or that one would suffice. There we go. That'll speed that up just a bit. We got trees, we got food, we got water. Do I need more beavers building stuff? Still no nuclear explosive option. True. True. Technically, I mean, there's a strip mining option now. So you could just do that with tunnels, and we could just cover the whole thing in tunnels, but that's expensive and still takes a while, so meh. We got trees. We're good for now. We'll work on expanding out our underground transit. In fact, let's see. Are they working on this down here at all? Nope. I guess they will get there when they get there. This is done. Done, done, and done. How are we doing? We have 74 houses. We have plenty of housing. Why is that taking so long? What they're trying to build in front of that, but let's do this first. So that we don't run out of the dirt. That needs connected. You're already connected. You're already connected. So we just need to wait for them to get stuff in, right? Ooh, do we have a rainy season coming in? Looks like we have a rainy season coming in. That's always nice. What are we doing on mangroves? Man, could be better, could be worse. Punch cards, it looks like we're a little low on. Is there much space left in our bot area over here? There we go. Not a ton, but we could probably extend it out onto this. How much extra power do we have? None. We're underpowered already. See, this is where I wish we still had the nuclear power plant option that you could put on one of those. Maybe I could use that mine for something else that I blocked in. Yeah, that's not great. It's not great at all. Nope, not at all. Okay, good. They're starting on the dynamite over here. That's what I wanted to see. Clean up these roads a little bit. There we go. Now we're going. Everything seems alright there. How's my science? Not bad. Got builders. We've got extra. Plenty of food. What are we doing on extract? Need more extract? It's actually not bad. You know what? Let's take out 2 more of these. Place them with this. That'll probably fill up the population just a little bit. There we go. We're rolling along now. This colony's starting to get all of the high-tech amenities. Although we might run out of water a little bit here. We'll have to shuffle some this way. Speaking of which, I'll put a dam in here so they can't... If water goes this way, it shouldn't just empty back out this way. Looks good, though. They're still trying to fix this giant hole over here. Do. I'll be done with that in a second and be able to focus on something else. Do. Looks good. You guys are finally in there, so let's fix these real quick. Get those in there. Yep, make sure they're getting their logs there. Alright. Back up to 22 bots. That's pretty good. What can I use the bots for? You know what? Are some of these still beaver powered? Yes, they are. Let's... I think I took out right at the beginning, didn't I? Yeah. Let's get some bots over here. Bots. Sure. They can do paper. Why not? Paper bot. There we go. Rainy season. And just in time for, well, almost in time for this to be completely done. Do. Yeah, I'm going to do this and this. Let's destroy these and fill these back in. Yep. Yep. Those taken care of, and then we'll put those back. There we go. Just a bit of cleanup. Good enough. Now we're going, and they're even getting the last one built. So we'll have almost a complete first stage of transportation. There we go. Look at that. Can make it all the way around the map now. Except for this portion. That portion they're going to have to walk. If they want to go to the wheat farm, they're going to have to walk. Sorry, wheat farmers. That's got to be filled in. Rain? How do I get rain? I've never had rain. Oh, it's all right. That's actually, there's actually a mod that adds a whole bunch of new weather cycles, and rain is one of them. And rain is probably one of the coolest ones because it comes with its own animation. So if you go out to the workshop, you can download the weather mod, and it's pretty neat. Yeah, this whole playthrough is pretty modded, but there's some really cool stuff out there. I want to get this leveled out before I start the vertical farms, but we'll get that in a minute. They've even added more weather since the first time they started the mod. So not only do you have rain, but they've also added, there was monsoons. I tried adding mods, but thing just keeps crashing. There is a certain finesse to it, I guess you could say. Some mods don't play well with other mods, and you have to have the right mod at the right time, or else it throws a fit about it. So that's always the fun part. But there are some good ones. I mean, if you want to try a couple of mods that were made by the creators themselves, I think they've got a couple out there, like the speaker, and I want to say that the mini map was, and I think the other one. I tried adding new faction mods to go with that, but nope, no luck. The water beavers, the white paws, they just got it. Yeah, the water beavers, the white paws, whatever you call them, they just got that to work with Update 7. So if you're playing on Update 7, there's a chance that it might not have worked at the time, but it might work now. So you might go back and check it again if you want. I know the mod maker of that was away for a bit, but they're back and they've got a whole bunch of stuff updated on it. There we go. Now it's starting to fill up. It's got to fill up these before it gets through the sluice. And then we'll make sure that this is open. It is. There we go. Now we've got dirt. So I just need to focus on getting this dirt out of here. Which is easier said to do. Is there something I need to add prior to adding mods? No, not really. I mean, there are mods that have, like, requirements for them. So you have to have, like, the base requirements, which is usually just another mod or some kind of mod pack that enables that mod to work. But for the most part, now there's bad rain. They added not bad rain yet, but they did add a, instead of the monsoon season where good water, all the good water sources go to 350%, they now added a bad water version of that too, where everything spits out at 350%, but it's all bad water. So a bad water monsoon, and it is pretty nuts if you don't have all of the stuff contained. There we go. This is filling back up again. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah, that's all we need. Even more bad water. Exactly. Everything could use more bad water, right? They have not introduced the bad water version yet of rain. I'm not... Could they do it? Probably. I'm not sure that one would be quite as popular because everybody would be constantly under bad water. Update 7 Water Beavers is the next series. I don't know about that. We might let them work out the bugs in it first, but... Hey, it's Death. What's going on, Death? Ah, thank you for the hydrate. Why do I keep putting these up down here? I need to put them up down here. We're back working on the old colony. Well, not the old. I think this is the only like the 4th episode. I saw some posts on the discussion board asking to add a new faction that actually thrives on the bad water. You know what? I would be interested to see how they could do it. They definitely could. I'm gonna flood everything, but that's okay. I would love to see a bad water specific faction. They've got the 2 modded ones. One thrives on really good water, and the other one thrives on no water whatsoever. So, oh, I gotta get that back there, don't I? But they're both fun factions to play. So yeah, if they could make a bad water faction, that would be awesome. Death wishes you to hydrate with tea. Luckily, I gotta close that. There we go. Luckily, I just got new tea made, so it's very good tea at the moment. That's my sub. Oh, there. It's getting there. It's getting there. This is all back, but it'll have to go here eventually. I haven't counted the spaces or anything in here, so we'll have to figure out all of this once this is taken down. I'd like to see the polar beavers, tropical beavers, and others from the trade balloons. That would be an interesting setup, that's for sure. There were electric beavers that they were planning on at one time. Or at least the Water Beaver mod was planning on at one time, the amp ears. But I don't know if that became the ember pelts or what. There we go. I don't know. That would be an interesting season, though. Some kind of frozen season. Stop flooding. Is it still open over here? Yeah, it's still open. Okay. Usually that dies down by now. All open, or you got closed? Not supposed to be closed. You're supposed to be open. There it goes. It's got some weird... it's pouring out on the town. All right, well, we're going to flood the town. I wouldn't mind something like that IF and only IF. We could have 2 districts that combine the 2 factions in one playthrough. Well, I mean, that's the mod that I'm using here. Look for the Greedy Beavers mod. That's what I've got. I've got, as you can see, here's an observatory from the Iron Teeth. But here's... Or no, observatory from the Folktales and engine from Iron Teeth. I missed one. Oh well. Snow, it's rain, but it can't be used till the next season. It's a hot season, will suddenly melt into a flood. That would be interesting for sure. Hey, how did they get up there? I guess I didn't need to... Okay. Build ladders. Those can go. Those can go. Those can go. We're getting this mountain taken out a little bit quicker than I thought we would, actually. It would be interesting to see more out of the seasons, that's for sure. I think in whatever they're doing next, if they don't go to the full 1.0 release, I would love to see... Oh, I gotta get up here somehow. I would love to see either a new faction or some more seasons. Because I think a new faction is kind of what the game needs. A new official faction. The modded factions are great, don't get me wrong, but a new official faction would be interesting. Oh, what do you guys think? Would you rather have a new frozen beavers for winter and snow and ice? See, they could do both there. They really could do both. They add seasons, so you get the snow and ice, and then you get the polar beavers. Or whatever they'd want to call them. You would think polar beavers would be white, but the white ones are already the white paws, so I don't know how that would work, but I guess they'd have to figure it out. Would you look at that? 2, almost all the way around. How high can I build these? Just out of curiosity. Oh, fairly high. Okay. But I don't know. Like I was saying, what would you guys rather see? Would you rather see a new faction or some new beavers who hibernate all winter? That could be another thing. They could change the sleep cycle. The whiter paws. See? They could just spend a season where all they do is eat and sleep. No work could be done at all. I have 31 bots. Why do I have 31 bots? You know what? We're going to replace these out with more bots. But, yeah, what would you guys rather see? Maybe a new faction or a new season? To me, the faction means a little bit more, but who knows? Or maybe something else. Either that or force them to live and only work underground. That would be interesting. Now that they can do all this stuff underground, they could definitely use that to their advantage. Maybe they have to have some kind of heater in an area to be able to do it. Who knows? You can only work in this specific area or underground. There we go. Is this all marked to cut? And they're just not cutting it? I guess they're just haven't got there yet. Okay, well, that's fine. It's not like we don't have trees at the moment. I do this and do dirt out. Get that built. We have a ton. There's 1,000 dirt. Oh, that one's not even full yet. Okay. Seasons from that mod fully integrated. It would be nice. Off to Bison. Have fun. Okay. Well, you have a good time as well. Making plates. There we go. Get to that. We're going right through this mountain pretty quick. Which is good, right? That's what we want to see. Explosives. All the way across. There we go. I can go to the next level over here. Oh, hey, Winnie. Thanks for the follow. Do. But yeah, if you have any more modding questions, feel free to ask. I do a ton of it, so I've got a decent amount of experience with using them. I don't have much experience with creating them, maybe eventually, but I've only played around a little bit. Up to you on YouTube. Oh, well, thank you. Hopefully you enjoy the stuff over there on YouTube. I've been working on it lately, so hopefully everybody enjoys it. This week was a mess, but you know how those weeks go. Every week can't be perfect. We actually have all of that. We do. Okay, well. Time to improve this just a bit. Yep. There we go. We'll start working on this end, I guess. Probably take a bunch of logs, but that's okay. You know what? Do this and say that that's super high important, because if not, there's going to be a beaver that gets stuck in there. I just know it. What map was this one? Now it's mostly just a flat one, but what one did you start with? I don't remember what it was called. That's a good question. Let me see if it says in save? No. Load. No, doesn't tell me. I know it's one that I got off of the workshop. You can definitely find it there. It started off a little flat, but there's definitely like a huge ring around the outside, and there's a nice big river flowing through it. Let me see if I can look at my Steam and if it'll tell me what it was that I downloaded there. Oh, We'll let that go for a minute while they work on some of this other stuff. Workshop. Maps. Bye. Let's see. I know there's got to be a way to sort by just the ones that I have. Map. I don't know. I have to figure out how to look at that. But I'll let you know. One of these days I'll remember to write that down. That's one of like the questions that everybody asks, and I'm always like, yes? Well-prepared streamer, as you can tell. All of this has to go. This will all be 3s, just as soon as somebody can get there. Only the best of quality streaming here. You know what I could do? I could put, let's see, what do I need more of? Looks like I need mangrove fruits. So if I build this and then do maybe like this, maybe like that. How big is this bridge? Not 6. Ah, that big. Then we do this, this. We do a couple of trees out on this island. Forester? Yes. Yeah, that should be plenty. This way, maybe around this way. There we go. Get a couple of gatherers in here. There we go. Downloaded one off the workshop called Forest Nothing. Got a massive amount of trees on it. I've downloaded a couple of good ones like that myself, and I always ran into frame rate problems. I don't know why it doesn't like having that many trees on the map when I start it, but I haven't tried it in a while. Did you have any frame rate issues on yours? We'll let them cover what they can, and then we'll figure stuff out from there. Oh, and I need to plant mangroves. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Mangroves. Don't plant mangroves there. No, none at all. Maybe they've fixed it. Or maybe I just have a junk PC. I don't know. Either is possible. I usually get FPS when I get there around 1,000 beavers. I have that problem too, unfortunately. I kind of wish they do a little bit more optimizing at that top end, but they're not the only simulation game, or I guess building style game that has that issues. I mean, even City Skylines can have that kind of issue, and they're supposed to be super polished. Sometimes, I think. So, I don't know if it's a just bad game optimization or if it's a modern hardware kind of thing. There we go. I honestly don't know if 2 is going to be enough, so we're going to do 3. And that way we'll have mangroves again. It's a nice looking field. Do. There in cahoots with he's forcing us to upgrade our systems constantly. You know what? It sounds crazy enough to be just correct. That's exactly what it is. It really does. We'll make this new game, but it's only going to be playable for a couple of different things. You know what? I'm going to... I know this is going to help a ton, but second beaver here might actually get those planted a little bit faster, and then we can take the other one out. Okay. Still low on trees? How are we still low on trees? We've got entire forests over here. You know what? Let's put some bots in here and get some work done. They're gonna have to go. They're gonna have to go a ways to charge. That's gonna stink. All let's start building the underground too. Since we're waiting on stuff, there. Put one here. How about one there? We'll do one here. And then we'll do one over there or something. But we need to know where this goes. So let's just go down in height to the bottom. And hopefully we get this right. That's not bad. Landscaping. You know what? I want to wait until they take all that out. Oh, they do have it out. Never mind. Whoever does these nice tunnel mods and adds the extra things to them, give me ladder, please. I want to be able to just build a tunnel downwards with ladders. Are we low on extract or explosives? Definitely don't have much grease. We have dirt, which is good. We're going to need a bunch of it. In fact, it's not quite full, but I might have to make some more here. Make some more room. Explosives, I'm very low on. Do I only have one explosives factory? I think I only have one explosive. That's terrible. Okay. Well. What are these? 200 apiece? 150. Do this and this. We're going to need a couple more of these. Do I need a third one? Probably, but I can't fit a third one in there. Maybe I can fit it on the end here. There we go. That. Power. There we go. That'll work. For now. Can't take those out, because that'll take those out as well, and that'll mess everything up. Coffee beans. I haven't put any coffee beans in. Corn. Nope, haven't started that yet either. Books, explosives. Explosives. 2 explosives? That's fine. I'm going to need a bunch of explosives, probably. Let's see. Well, that is set up and ready to go. So I should pause that so they all leave. They have to get out of there. Now we'll get this connected in. Yeah, I could just build it while I do that, couldn't I? There we go. And we'll let them build that. We'll keep an eye on our scrap metal, but I think we have a decent amount. say this slightly less important for just a minute. Not that I want it to continually to be less important, but I do want to get that back up and running. What are you missing? Planks? We should have plenty of planks around here. It's still growing? It is still growing. It's 85%, and then we need more days to get more maple syrup, but that's okay. Take all this out. Take these out. Catalyst. Am I on a catalyst? Who's making the catalyst? No. Let's get that prioritized so that we can get some people over there. Although they ought to be able to... You know what? I won't ask. Let's get people over here, people. All of you can be that. Yep. Yep. Switch you out. Switch you out. There we go. We got 42 beavers. Let's see if we can figure out something to do with them. Rather than just having them sit around, maybe we'll have them move stuff. Hauling post. Hauling post. 10 of them. 10 of them. There we go. That'll get stuff moved for us. What are they working on building? It's over here. Do. Not too bad. Probably could fill in a little bit more of this. Going back to that, does that mean these are all done? All the way down and connected in, nice. And there we go, right up there with a tiny station on the top. There you go. Let's get those done. And then we'll have a quick entrance and exit to our mine over here. Maybe we'll even cover it up eventually. What is out of energy? Where? Oh, he's charging. Okay. That doesn't seem like an issue. Bot is out of energy, but charging. Still low on mangroves. They're planting up the extras. That's not bad. Potatoes, surprisingly low on. Strange. Why is that? 1? I need a 1. Think they can... Yeah, they can place that one. I'm sad. Death Stranding on PC Steam yet. It's a PS5 exclusive so far. I think that's one of PS5's big titles. I don't know if they'll let it go to PC for quite a while. Yeah. Death Stranding. Yeah, that's what I figured you meant. I have a feeling it'll probably be an exclusive for a good while. But you never know. 1 is out on all. Yeah, well. Yeah, but 1 has been out for a while, so... Even Xbox. Yeah, Xbox. Poor Xbox. It was really trying. I think it's just seen some better days here. Get rid of all of these. Oh. Let's see. That has to go. That has to go. This has to go. Then we can start filling in everything else. There we go. Now we got our dynamite station set up. How's life? Not too bad. I'm getting along over here. Other than me trying to fix something that probably didn't need fixed and breaking my entire recording setup this week. Not terrible. You know how that happens, though. Rain, drought, okay weather. No tornadoes, at least that's a good thing, right? Oh, hey, thanks for the follow. Nothing earth-shattering yet. We've had some super heavy rains, but that does tend to happen. Are we filling back up here? We are filling back up. How did those 3 random dynamite get there? I don't know. See, Texas and other places have been flooding the past week. Yeah, a friend of mine lives in Texas. Luckily, she didn't have too much of it. I think some wind, some heavy rain. Why are you not open? Close above, so you're open. What in the world? Close above can 0. You closed, right? There we go. No idea what was going on there, but okay. Hurricane season around the corner. Yeah. Yeah. It gets kind of rough down there near the Gulf. You guys get hit with a lot of stuff. I've only been in one hurricane, but that was many, many, many years ago. Live on the East Coast. Yep. Gulf, East Coast. Let's get that one in. Also, did they get this one in over here? They did. Good. Wonderful. We need two-way tunnel ones. Connecting that. Both coasts get hit hard. The Gulf. I figured that's what it was. Although the Gulf sounds like a much funner place. I don't know why. There we go. Looking good all around. I need vertical two-way. And then the tiny two-way station. There we go. And tiny two-way station. There. There we go. Maybe the next name of the village, the Fulf. Maybe I'll get like a coastal looking map. Ah, there we go. There we go. That's done. This needs to go in. Or swamp map. That would be interesting. It's just got a whole lot of water. Why did I put it? I don't want one down there. You guys use that for something else. Blanks. Okay, I'm not worried about it. Things are getting moved around a little bit better. Do we not have enough in the way of people pulling in? 40. You know what? We can up that to... We'll just fill it up. Why not? One map I like, but digs on FBS called my damn. Yeah, I was just mentioning that earlier. There's a couple of maps that even when I start them, they have terrible FPS, and I don't know. They're very tree covered, so that might be part of it. But what height is it? 6, 4. I need a 2 there. There we go. Some maps just seem to naturally have lower FPS than everything else. Well, I'm gonna build. That way we can get to those. Anything that's above 200 by 200 is an FPS killer. It can be. I think the one that I was on was a 256 by 256, but it had mountains and everything was covered in pine trees. It was called Pine something or other, but I don't remember exactly what. It was a nice map, though. Absolutely gorgeous looking, just did not want to play. There we go. Put another one of you there. Take that out of there. You go there. Start working on covering all of this again. We've almost got this taken care of. At least for the mods I used. Well, some mods can cause some serious FPS problems too, so you always got to be kind of careful of that. Bigger district mods, they can. I mean, it's a great mod, but there's one that's called, I think it's like Good Statistics, but the first time that I got it, it just killed my frame rate. YouTube, get out of there. Go on. It doesn't so much anymore, though. So maybe they've fixed something. It's pretty neat. It does tell you kind of where stuff is going and can really help out with spikes and lulls in production. That's already done. Awesome. You know, that is another option that they could do for the next update. Some general, like, UI livability things. I've got a mod that's just called Timprove that really helps out. You can take out the fog, you can change game speeds, you can do a whole bunch of stuff. Love to see some of those make it into the actual game. You know what? I gotta stop this for a second and fill this back up. For now. Not a name, but a higher building mod. I love so they can build from high up from the ground. You mean, oh, like stand on the ground and build like way up here? That would be interesting. Build bombs. I really liked the previous version of the more bombs, but it must not be compatible with 7 or something. They just changed it ever so slightly, and it has some great uses. It just, I don't think it would have worked for this specific colony. Plant. Don't plant. There we go. Is that as far as they can get? Yep. So you can go do something else. I think I should probably put some storage over here so that they've got a place to put these. There we go. We'll do 2 of them. With both mangroves going out. More bombs. I don't think it works on 7. I tried it and it kept crashing, so I had to get the newer version of it. It's like adjustable explosives or something like that. Which, for my YouTube one, it worked great. For this one, though, just had some issues, more or less. I had no issues, but I haven't played since the last update. Said broke mods. See? I think, yeah, I couldn't get it to work, so I had to go with something else. I still have 33 bots just milling around. If I go down, how's the underground passage going here? It's almost like, oh, they're already done, which means a lot of this can go away. That can stay. That can stay. But we can put some more potatoes in here. More potatoes. Tired of finding broken mod, just have another update to break it like a week later. You know, they haven't had any updates lately that have been breaking stuff, so maybe that's good. It's still have a bunch of these. So let's start switching you guys over. I think I'm going to put... calm before this. That's true. It's always possible. It could go the other way. You never know. Let's do that. That'll take care of that whole island. Let's do this, this, and that. And this, and this. Bunch of the extra bots that don't have enough. Bot is out of energy. Oh, that's because I cut off most of those energy places. Also, I wasn't paying attention, and I should be. My bad. Open. Open. You know, I've had my same keyboard for a very long time now. It is very clicky, which is one of the things I was trying to fix when I messed up my audio, is hearing all the key clicks all the time. Laptop? Oh, yeah. Some of those laptop keyboards are just a huge pain in the butt. They're just not very convenient, or sometimes they're just too squished together. Sticky keys. I hope you mean the function. Okay. Sometimes they don't work. Yeah. That's why I've never been big on laptops. Not that I particularly dislike them. It's just I'm so used to having a tower, everything seems much easier that way. Sure. Why would we believe that? Yeah, that's it. Well, we'll go with that so I don't get demonetized. What we could afford. You know, I very much understand that. I build my PC, so it's usually about the same as a laptop, but I could get a laptop now much cheaper. Hey, there we go. Okay, now everybody's going to have to come up here and charge, but that's okay. I guess we didn't have enough chargers down here. I could put in a line of chargers, but... no, there's plenty of chargers. I don't know. Too patient. Core to rebuild one. Yeah. I don't have the tons of money I would need to build a decent one anyway, so... gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, I had to get a new dishwasher lately, and we waited until we found one for 20 bucks, so I still have to put that in. I'm not much of an electrician, to be fair. 37%? Yeah, we can go ahead and use the... again, no, this is to replace the one that broke a while back from the tornado. I guess it's technically a power surge from a tornado, but semantics. Well, we found one for 20 bucks on, I don't know, it was the eBay or Facebook or something. And not only that, they brought it to us. So for 20 bucks, they delivered it. We just have to hook it up. Which is about as fun as it sounds. Washer. No, we've got our clothes washing machine is doing okay. It finally stopped making terrible noises after we had a real repairman come out instead of the people that sold us to it. Stole it to us. It might as well have been stolen to us. But no, after a real repairman came out, it actually worked just fine. Turned off. Oh, I should probably get some metal. Oh, also, I should turn these back, I guess. Are tornadoes considered an act of God when it comes to insurance? I don't know. The tornado itself technically didn't cause it. It was a power surge from the tornado taking out the power poles. So I don't know if they would have counted that. The only thing is, it would have increased my insurance far more than whatever my dishwasher would have cost me. I think my dishwasher was like 200 bucks. But the insurance would have went up like 75 bucks a month. Or, well, permanently, basically. Which sucks. It's a terrible way to do insurance, but, you know, that's the way they do it. I feel insurance is a scam. Yep, it's a scam that you have to pay into. That's what it is, most of the time. Let's see, you guys can go back to being normal beavers. Hydrate. There we go. Ah, thank you. Needed some tea. I think there's one more. You know what? I can just put in one of those, and that should do, right? You got hydrate as much as beavers. Well, maybe not quite that much, but close. Definitely close. So many bots out of power. Bot is out of energy. Good grief, you guys. All right, all right. I will build you some kind of energy place. Are you out of energy? You out of fuel? Energy. Okay. I will find some extra land here, and we will... You know what? There's a little bit of extra space here. How can I... Ugh, I don't want to move that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know what? Just do this. We'll just build a charging station right here. Do. Let's do. It's not the best place to put it, but that's okay. Charging station. It's 400, so... That should be plenty. Of course, I need to actually connect those in, don't I? We got lucky a couple years ago, had our SUV sold, and the insurance gave us a free pass insurance rate hike because we have been with them for many years and never filed a claim. Oh, that's nice. That's really good. Ours is definitely not that way. I wish it was. Seems like every little thing that we file a claim on, they're like, well, this is going to cause your insurance to go up. And it's like, isn't that the point of your business, is to ensure that we are able to survive after a calamity? But no, I guess not. It's to ensure that they stay in the money. That's terrible to say, but that's my dealing with insurance in general. Okay. We've got a huge field here. Let's see what we can figure out to get things actually watered. Terrain block. This ought to be interesting. I know you can go 3 from the wall, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 here. Noot, 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 noot. I haven't seen that penguin in years. How are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good enough. Do. And sure, it won't let me build properly onto this, but maybe if I extend these out, 1 on each side. And then go, let's see. Weird floating blocks. Do. Come on. Is it there? Dirt is the best building substance, but it's also the most pain in the butt. Because it never lines up like that. How do I want to do this? There we go. Optical illusion, exactly. Oh, somebody already built it? How did they already build that? Put a dynamite there. We don't, well, yeah, I'd actually want that. We'll leave it. We'll see what happens. There. You know what? We might not want them there after all. There. It's because someone on the top of the wall could read. Yep, that's what happened. I was just surprised they actually got to it that fast. Usually they don't get to anything that fast. Okay, now the real question. Can I build into here? No, that's on the ground. Do. Dirty job, but some beaver had to do it. Exactly. Exactly. Some beaver actually took the initiative this time. Okay, it won't let me build on any of those. Can I build? Do I have to build up one taller before I do this? It feels like I do. See if it'll let me fill in the middle here. It will. Now, if I take out this... Did anything fall? No. I think I can still plant plants under there. Let's find out. Do. Crops. Yeah, I can. Okay. Now the question becomes, what can I take out and it still work? There you go. A little underneath support there. No, I definitely think I need that one. Or maybe not. I do that, and that. Does the ones on top? Yeah, the ones on top still stay. Hey, there we go. All right, we've got a pattern we can follow. Can I plant trees under that or no? Okay, it'll have to be different when we do the one taller when we do the oak one. But that means we can at least, you know what? If I take this out, does it all fall? No. What about that? No. No. All right, how much of this do I need to take out here? Or can I take out? Let's take that off for just a second. So one out from that side. So I take that out. We still good? Yeah. Still good there. Still good there. So, do I need... That's why the streamer I was watching do this last time was using the 1x6 platforms. I could now... Yeah, I could definitely do the 1x6 as well. But you can do it on all dirt as well. So, that's what I'm trying. Is that... Okay. That looks like about all I need right there. I only need one more in each direction. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need... Ooh, do I need that? Oh, well, let me remove that one. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. Two there. Then I should be able to build. There we go. Okay. So let's try building another one of these. One. Not there. Problem with all dirt is it doesn't give us much support as a 1x6. You have to do that weird out platforming and go to higher than you would. Well, 1.6. True. I can't remember though if the 1.6 transfers water down though through it. For some reason I thought it didn't, but I could be wrong. Because my plan is to have this all watered from above. We'll see how that works out. There we go. Oh, there's one in the middle there that doesn't want to. There we go. This is going to be a weird stone structure, but we're going to get it. One way or another, we're going to get to it. Whether it cooperates or not. Aligned. There we go. And then here. Then I can fill this in. And that. It doesn't, but you don't need to transfer water through the whole foundation. Just have a 3x3 central water dump with the pillar down to the ground, going through all the layers that need watered. That's all it needs to water. Oh. Interesting. Do I want to put one here just for symmetrical? That is a good way to do it. There we go. Now it's a bit more symmetrical, I guess. There we go. Now, can I put a ladder down from up here so they can get up here to it? Let's find out. Then they can just build from the top. There we go. Okay. How's the rest of the colony doing while I was focusing on that? Let's check it out, make sure we're okay. They're moving their way around here, which is good. In fact, this looks like it just needs to come across a little bit more. And they put all those dynamites in. They did. Good. There we go. Awesome. They've got them in here. We'll have to connect those in. What height is that? 1. Oops, forgot to do the tunnel there, didn't I? As long as it's connected to the block by a continuous line of dirt, it'll water everything. It's a good point. A very good point. I probably could have done it that way. Oh well. Don't step on that dynamite, please. He was gonna step on that dynamite. I could tell he wanted to. Same with over here. Don't step on the dynamite. There we go. Alright, let's go back underground and get the subway for that built in. That can go there. You're already connected. Let's go around the turn. Beaver died of explosion. Beaver died due to cruel dev. But not really. There we go. They do like to jump right on top of those explosions, though. That is for sure. Let's go and top these off with this. Something I forgot, but we'll see if we can do it now. You can put a plate on top of these between that, and somehow they can still or go through the plate, but the water can't. I'm not going to ask how it works. I'm just going to be glad that it does. Oh, it's monsoon season. All right, I'm going to have to fix that. Let me finish fixing this first. Plate, and then you, and you. There, 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 and there. You're good to go. Monsoon season. You can see giant swell of water there. We're just going to close that. Do. We're going to come over here. We're going to close you. There we go. Beaver died at Iron Teeth. Is this modded? Yeah, this is pretty heavily modded. This is the Greedy Beavers build. So it's Iron Tooth and Folktale. Plus a couple of other things. Oops, that one's got to go back on. There we go. Let's go ahead. This is a new modded weather season as well, this monsoon season. Which would be completely flooding us if I hadn't already closed off the water sources. Let's go ahead and get in. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. There we go. And then we need... There we go. Yep, that'll do. Gonna have to figure out a way to get over to there, I think. Don't know why that didn't go off the side, but okay. That might not be buildable that way. Okay. Well, it's worth a shot. Let's remove that. And we'll just build it this way. We have just... Would it work to have just one of the sluices open, or would it still flood? It puts out water at 350%, so there's a good chance it would still flood. There's a lot of water that comes out of there. The pressure from that just one will go across these and then press out that one like all of them are trying to pour out of it at once. Here, let's just open just the one and we'll double check and make sure. Do not synchronize, but open. It's already starting to flood a little bit because of the extra power here, but we'll give it a minute. Well, we'll let it go. We'll see what it does. Keep an eye out. If anybody sees something starting to get flooded, let me know. We'll go ahead and get all this in here. Oh, I'm just going to do this. And then we'll go back in and fill in whatever we can. Oh, because I don't have it on the other side. That's right. Oh, that's a low level. Do 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 do. There we go. Positive construction. Exactly. Construction plan may not work, but hey, it's a net positive. Or at least the ground thinks so. Come on. Well, we'll see if it'll let me put everything in there. It's being a real pain. Something there doesn't. Missing something. 3 and 3. Okay, what if I do this? Now, can I put stuff in there? Nope. Yeah. The 1x6 is a good way to do it. Which, the first time I ever did this, I used a mod that gave me like 15x15 platforms that seemed to work, but it didn't transfer the water through, so maybe they've changed that. Or we just do that dirt tower in the middle. But there we go. You just kind of have to stick with it and figure out the right plan for it. There's one. And this one here. And here. And here. There we go. Nothing like putting farms. Yeah. Nothing like putting farms in the dark. Also, I need to figure out how I'm going to do this, since these are kind of in the way here. I guess I can move everything over one. Let's do power generator, you. That and that. We'll do storage tanks. There we go. Then we'll just have to figure this out as we go. We'll put another tank over here to replace that one that we just lost. This can be for this coming in. This can be for that going out. We'll get you in there. There we go. How's everything up here? Not too bad. Now that we have more room over here, I have to have two deep dirt on that, right? We'll do that. In fact, we could probably do this and this. Platforms, you and you. I don't need that one. This is dirt coming in. Dirt coming in. Dirt coming in. There we go. Make these a little more important. Get a path, get a path, get a path. That should be good. We'll let them build that, and we'll see how that turns out. Take this out of there. Take that road out of there. There we go. That'll definitely be interesting. Probably start on the next height, too. Two. There and there. There we go. Really? You got yourself trapped in there? Okay, well. We'll say we'll get those, but if they don't get to them, it's not that big a loss. Is it because they can't build these? They should be able to build those. It's because the... Okay, well, interesting issues. That's okay. We'll just have weird building issues here at first. No big deal. Definitely not the end of it. What I saw down was the other streamer had their water source on top level, and each outside corner of the source had a pillar of dirt going down all the way. Transmit water. The water was irrigating on each tin file diagonally from each pillar. Yeah, that definitely would work. Let's see. That. That. We'll do that. Yeah, that is definitely one way. I was looking more for the all dirt path here. But if it doesn't work out, it can be switched. It's not terribly difficult to switch. There we go. We'll see how that does. Connect those in there. Yay, it's the rainy season. Let's see if all of these open now. Do you guys need... There needs to be some water over here. So let's close you for a second. Eventually this is all going to be filled anyway, and I won't have to worry about that, but it's alright. It's his own fault. Stranded, yep. Out of fuel. There we go. Let's fill this place back up and some up here. How are they doing down here? Not terrible. I have 86 bots that I'm not doing anything with. Goodness. Okay, well, I guess we can switch out some of these other places. That one's done. Let's do you a bot. You're now going to be a bot. Your bots. 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 Back to bots for you. More bots. All bots. Are these tunnels connected? Yes, they are. That means I can take out all these. Yep. That can stay. Okay, well, the rest of that's got to stay. There we go. What else can I switch out with bots? Is that set to cut? Yeah, it's set to cut. They're just not cutting it. Okay. Switch all these to bots, and then I can make either more builders or more haulers. There's a hotkey for this. A colony that starved on a 50-50 map because it didn't have enough horizontal space to farm. And going vertical would have really helped. Yeah, the new vertical farming in general is pretty nice. Oops. Too much. Too much water. Closed. But there are some oddities with it, and I don't know if they'll fix some of them. Specifically things like if you irrigate the top level, everything below it pretty much gets irrigated as long as it's connected through dirt. Kind of odd, but, you know, I don't know if they'll change that. You never know. Oh. Well, I've got 2 blocks left. Waiting on construction to be finished. What construction? Oh, that construction. Okay, well. We'll see. Though as early as they starved, I don't think I would have been able to go vertical in time. Yeah, that does happen too. Things happen. Things appear, disappear. Okay. Do I have any industry anywhere other than hauling that's not being bot ran? Ah, gosh dang it. Okay. This needs to be open now. Open. Now we'll flood out the other side for a minute. Okay, well, that's all right. There we go. Prioritize, prioritize. We really don't need that anymore. You can be that, and this. And this. Pretty much keeping with the design philosophy, things are hard to reach upward, but they reach down infinitely. Yeah, I kind of wonder if they'll ever change that. It just seems odd. Not that it's bad, it's just strange. I only have 108 maple syrup. Do I have maple syrup over here? Yes. That doesn't really need to be there anymore. There we go. Dirt's back. What construction are you waiting on? You will go back and practice on my completed save. I have a Cycle 44 save. It's completed and activated the Folktales Wonder. You always could. I mean, you can always go back on, well, depending on the mods that you might have used. You can usually go back on those. Not built that? What's going on? Okay. They say they can reach it. We'll find out. You know what are all my builders building? Let's find one. Oh, they're back up top for some reason. I could definitely build this faster with bridges too. Hello. How are you? But I just forgot about it, so that's all right. How are they doing up here? So everybody's coming along, dumping these on the wall. That's okay. How's life going? Not too shabby. We're definitely getting along here. There we go. Well, if we're gonna build it, we should just build it and plan to build to the max, right? Although, I'm gonna take that one off. And then we'll do that. They can go all the way up here. Get that built. We'll start with that. Do. Getting it built, or are they just kind of sitting around? What are they waiting on? Construction is waiting for the construction below to be finished first. Which is this one, right? Canyon map. Diorama map is too small. Diorama is an interesting challenge because of its general smallness, I guess you could say. If I got this ladder here. Why will it not let me take this ladder out? Is it holding something up? Weird. Very weird. It's definitely holding something up there. There. What are you waiting on behind? Too far from a district. Maybe I should just try to build it a layer at a time and then go from there. Let's get rid of all of that. Yep. And then, you know what? We'll just blast all of this here. That should be... No? Still something underneath it. Okay. There we go. We're up to 42. We don't have a lot of the folktales food for some reason. The diorama map for another broken tooth hold. There you go. Well, give it a shot. You never know. Maybe you can build up higher this time. You can build up pretty high on these maps. That does have to go up one more, and then giant bridge. Do. Sorry, you have to go. That's all right. Thank you for stopping by. That's gotta go. Well, let me get rid of this ladder. Yes. There we go. So, I know we're going to have to land on top of these. So, we'll do at least that much. Build these weird shapes out. Let's not put them on ladders, though. So now if I put this in, will it let me put that in? Let's find out. This is more experimentation at this point than anything else. Let me put... Oh, well, let me put them there. Am I missing something underneath here? Down we go. So there's that. Okay. I guess we can close on those. Those are there, but if that's the case... Build all of that. Alright, we'll try this. We'll get this far at least, and we'll see if that'll let us actually build anything correctly. Okay, this is actually the first time me trying Iron Tooth. Do they have a tutorial for their different mechanics? Not particularly. They don't have a ton of stuff different. They're a little bit worse at getting food. I think overall they're a bit better at getting water. This is, of course, unmodded. Their bots work a little bit differently. Their water wheels aren't... Well, they have a bigger water wheel that works better and a smaller water wheel that works worse. So keep an eye on your food and you'll be all right. Do. I should have taken that down before they started building. There we go. Hopefully those parts of the wall go up pretty quickly. We'll find out here. Waiting for construction below to be finished. Okay, what are you waiting on there, then? This whole thing might be a bust if they won't really build it. Waiting for the construction below to be finished. You can definitely get there. I think they're just waiting. Also, this is definitely a lower priority. Same with this. We'll come back to all of that. Okay. I thought I was having problems with feeding folktales early on this map. I think the Iron Teeth are going to be worse. Iron Teeth are pretty tough to stay properly fed at first. Now, as they go on, they get a lot of things that help them out with it, but yeah, at first, I think their big struggle has got to be food. Alright, why is anybody building this? Like they can't reach. Waiting for the construction. That has got to be dependent on this, which of course can't be built because that's not built, and that can't be built till the one behind it is built. Okay. These whole things are a mess. So let's do that. And we'll take out this whole area here. And maybe redesign this? Let's see. That goes there. That can go there. One there, one there, one there. Okay. Then we just go there, 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 and there, there, and there, and here. So somehow they just have to build the center of this platform. Yeah, I think it would have been... It actually would have been easier if I just would have went with the 6-pillar plan. But I've started this. We're going to figure it out. Okay. We'll see what they can get built here, and we'll just build out slowly from all of these. Take all that out. Yep. All that can go. Yep. Okay. So those are getting built. Maybe I don't need these. I just need this, this. This can go there. Something is keeping me from... I need... No. Corner block, corner block. Block. Not that way. Ooh. Did not think I would be figuring this much out. Trying to figure this much out. I do. One on top of there. There you go. Theoretically, they should be able to get that. Let's find out. Maybe if I don't make them 3 tall this time, it won't be a problem. I can just take them right back out. That, and then... I think we'll do this layer, and then maybe we'll do the 6 on the next one. I don't know. We're spending all of our time on dirt blocks when we really shouldn't have to be. No. Okay, they've got those. You know what? If I do that, let's see if I can still take them out, because it should theoretically still be held up. Correct? Can I put one in there, please? No. Why not? Oh, because this one's not built. Okay. That'll solve that. And remove these ladders. Yep. Yep, there we go. Okay, we'll keep working on that. Let's see how the dam is going up here. It's going. Not terrible, but it is going. This is quite the monster reservoir, or it will turn out to be. Do. Do. There we go. One of you. One of you. That is going to be a pretty good reservoir. There we go. We'll let them work on that. Yeah, that'll be pretty big. They get that up there. All right, will this go in there? That will go in there. Okay. Well, we're having to do a lot of support work, I guess, but you know what? It's okay. If that's what it takes, that's what we'll do. I'm going to try maybe a different way of building these. Let's do 3, and we'll do that and this and that. We'll see if that lets them build. Same thing here. Don't want that though. That might just have to build a little bit more carefully. Which means that's going to take a little bit longer. But that's okay. We're probably going to run out of trees building that at some point. Let's take and start going this way too, because why not? There we go. Do. All right. Not bad. Food's doing well. Everything except potatoes. I need more potatoes somewhere. Well, we can add them once we get the carrot fields, I guess, out of here. Do I have a ton of potatoes anywhere? No. Mangroves. I need potatoes pretty badly, though. Is that really all the potatoes I have? That's terrible. We're gonna sacrifice some of this. Let's say that's kind of important, and we'll get some potatoes in there. Should be easy enough. So I still have a ton of extra beavers around, so that. Even faster building. There we go. That'll take care of some of them. Do. How's my fuel? My fuel is not doing great. I switch biofuel potatoes to... Let's do carrots for a bit. Should have a bunch of those. Okay. Plant crops. Potatoes. Potatoes? Potatoes. There we go. Oops, nope. Taters. Yep. Awesome taters. New beehives. Let's do a beehive there. There. Can't do one there. Well, I could do one there. Do one there. Switch you out to bots. Am I out of bots? No, I'm out of bots because I'm probably out of fuel. Taters. Where's my carrots? I have plenty of carrots. 5:30. Yeah, that's terrible. Suppose I could take out some of these fields of canola. Not really using it. I will eventually, I'm sure. Replace those with taters too. Keep the water coming in. Is there any... there. Don't I have that mod that switches? B override. There we go. There we go. We got some taters in there. We got the bees on it. Carrots must be helping a little bit. Not a ton, but a little bit. Once we can get taters again, we'll make some more tater fuel. Bees, not the bees. No. Yes, bees. Never did know why Nicolas Cage campaigned so hard against the bees. They didn't do anything. It was those awful people that put them in a helmet. There we go. That can all go. We'll take whatever taters we can get. All right. Biofuel is not doing great, but it's at least above 0. It's often more than I could hope for. Here, these need to go. Looks like I should have put one under this side first. Okay. Down. Really wish the scroll wheel worked faster on this. Yes. So I need to go one here, one here, one here. That and that. And then too far. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Live and learn. So that's how we'll do it. We'll build 2 up, and then we'll build out this side. So okay, we'll try that. That, and then this. Nope. That, nope. That. This. That. We're getting there. There's 1, there's 2. Three, and oh, I can't put one off the side of the map, so that, and that. And we'll let them build onto that. All right, temperate. This wall's going all right. They're getting things built. How is our biofuel? Yeah, not great. Not terrible, not great. Second one, day 3. Been elected as mayor of the new Iron Teeth Nation. This teeth hole, as so many other beavers call it. My first actions, I used most of our arable land to plant kohlrabi. Hopefully we can get more berries, and yes, we do need those berries to expand our numbers. Food, water, and expanding those numbers. Those are my priorities. Unfortunately, we're going to have to sleep. Yeah, that is a good point. That food is always tricky. I'm just so low on potatoes, I can't get any. Where's my carrots at? Oh, it's still at 1.4. Oh, I need to unlock these, don't I? Do. That is unlocked. There we go. Now we're back in the food. There we go. Okay. Let's connect these all in here. We'll clean up this mess of roads underneath afterwards. There we go. We're definitely going to want to just put a line across the back here. The amount of irrigated, uncontaminated land on diorama is tiny. Yeah. I have to be careful so the RNTs sleep on. At least they have that. Yeah. True. True. But then you also have to keep the berries alive. And picking them. We're out of fuel again. Let me turn wheat into fuel. That would sure be nice. I don't know that I need this much land for pine resin. How far over does that reach? You know what? We're going to make an executive decision and turn this into more potatoes. I want to say that this is the important one so that we keep getting those potatoes and we can keep making fuel. I also would say let's go ahead and knock out maybe this tree, and then we can grab these trees. Ooh, I might also be able to. There we go. That'll work. Your sole job here should be potatoes. I'll set you to harvest. My execution, you'll be executed. I mean, there for a reason. Not only to make executive decisions, but I also execute those that disagree. Exactly. It's not execution per se. I mean, it's if you're not doing what I say, you don't get a part of the share of food or water. Now, what you do with your time after that is none of my business. How's my spatter dock doing? Not great either. So we can't rely on that for biofuel. All that for only 5 fuel. Ugh. Storage of potatoes is going up. Do I not have a potato storage place? Tell you what, let's just put in some storage. Potatoes coming in. Potatoes coming in. We'll We'll see if we can get these potatoes picked. That field cleared. They've got potatoes. Why are they not picking them up? We have 98 potatoes. 99. So let's turn our other biofuel factory back to potatoes. And get some biofuel made. 1 potato. Sorry, 2 potato. 1 potato, 2 potato. No, is 30 fuel. So we'll see how that works. Yes, bring them potatoes, please. These are high important. That is very important. There we go. Let's get that biofuel made. These bots are extra difficult since they need energy and biofuel, but they work extra good since they don't have to worry about that. We're gonna say forestry planting. Nope. Can crop planting? We're gonna do. Can I do potatoes? No. Okay. Potato. More potatoes. All the potatoes, all the time. Alright. Our number of bots needing fuel is going down, so sort of catching up. We'll take what we can get. Look how fast some of those move when they have everything. Be nice if we could get them to make all of that all the time, but oh well. Are we out of logs? We're getting low on logs, too. We might have to hold up on the bridge building for a bit. Tell you what, let's pause this one till we catch back up there. And we'll let them finish that and those. And then we'll let some of the resources catch back up. You know what? There's water up here. We could definitely put some stuff up here. I could also cut some of these trees down if I needed lumber. So many guys just kind of wandering around there. Potato. Clear planting area. We're going to say don't plant any more of these. We'll just slowly replace them all out with potatoes. Do I need maybe another plant, or do I just need... Okay, they're making their way over there. Everything's getting caught up, so that's not bad. We've got started on this over here, it looks like. So, I can go ahead and put in the dirt. Dirt here. There we go. We should be able to build it from the bottom, I think. There we go. That one's all done. You know what? I should have built the ones on the bottom first. Oh well. Well, the vertical farming will have to wait until next time. The lumber is coming back up a little bit. I don't want to run that out, because then we'll lose our bots again, and that's bad. Oh, we've got some... Are you focused on that? Yep. I want you to worry about potatoes for a bit. There you go. Just to make sure that we don't run out of them. Overall, potatoes are doing pretty good. Slowly increase the potato crop over here. There we go. And until we get this vertical farming area in, we'll just stick with what we got. Trees are on a general downward slope, but as soon as they get done with all of this, in fact, they're done here, so that one should be pretty much done. They should start to fill back up, so we'll be good there. Bot is out of energy. Why are you out of energy? There's tons of them that are just open. Not sure. That's okay. We'll figure that out at a later point. But I think we're going to wrap it up here for tonight. So let's first see if there's anybody over on over here that we want to raid. Do nobody that I know there. Let's see. Anybody else playing Timberborn? Not a ton of people at the moment. Well, there's somebody over there. Malks? Okay, well, let's raid them. Hopefully they're doing something interesting. Looks like they just started a colony, so we're going to raid them. On YouTube, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. I hopefully will have a couple of episodes out next week on my Let's Play series there. I should be back on Tuesday and Wednesday over on Twitch, and then back here Saturday on both for more of this. So just want to say, as always, thank you very much for stopping by, and hope to see you next time. Bye!